Hi everyone, in this video we will be talking about HTML text elements. We know right that HTML is used to structure the content of our web pages. Now it also provides us with some elements which helps us do that structuring and make our web pages look more good and readable. What are those text elements? If you see, we have headings and paragraphs which are provided to us by HTML. Now when you read any newspaper or if you're reading any magazine, you see that your data or your pages, your everything is structured. It has its own paragraphs, it has its own headings. We have main heading, then for the contents we have subheadings, and for the another inner contents we have subheadings, right? So everything is organized. Similarly, HTML allows us to provide these headings and paragraphs to our web pages as well, so that we can align them and make them look structured and more readable. Let's explore. Now, HTML provides us with 6 levels of section headings. If you see, what are those 6 levels? So, first one is the H1 level, which specifies the main heading. The meaning of H1 tag itself is that the main heading, bigger heading. So, if you can say or name it as heading 1. So, this is the H1 tag. Let's write all 6 headings and then see the difference. So, another one is heading 2. This is the another subheading. Then for subheading we have heading 3, right? And similarly you can write all 4 headings. Now we have heading 4. Another one we have is heading 5. And again if you go down we have heading 6, right? So we have 6 levels of heading provided to us. Let's run this file and check it. Yes, so we have this 6 level of headings. Heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5 and heading 6. If you see the difference, heading 1 is the bigger one. Heading 2 is the smaller one. Then we have heading 3, then heading 4, then heading 5 and then heading 6. And we should always use these headings in the similar hierarchy. That means it should not be misused. Like basically if you want to represent anything as a main heading, then you will use this. And always try to keep one main heading. Then you can have multiple subheadings. And inside this you can have subheading. You should not even skip any heading, right? If you're using H1, then below it should always come H2. And if you're using H3, it should come below H2. So always try to structure the headings properly. So these are the 6 level of headings which we have. Another thing is a paragraph. How do we write a paragraph? For paragraph, we have this P tag provided to us by HTML. You just simply have to write P and it is a paragraph. Now you can write any content, any structure, any document, anything whatever you want to write in a paragraph here. For now, I am generating some random content. Now again, Visual Studio Code is helpful here. If you type lorem and if you see this emit is providing to us with this lorem. And now if you press enter, it will generate the random content for you. Now if I press enter, it has generated this random content for me. And now I have this paragraph displayed here. See, I have this paragraph displayed here. Now you can also display more paragraphs. Suppose if I display one more paragraph here, again with some random content and like this. Again we have another paragraph. Now you see one thing, can you see here? We have the one break line between these two paragraphs. Similarly, we have lines breaks between different headings. Why it is so? Because these H1 tags and these paragraph tags, right? They all are block level elements. So what do I mean by block level elements? So we have this block level elements. We are calling them as block level elements. So what are these block level elements? So block level elements is anything which takes the complete width of a web page. So that means these elements, they take complete width of web page. That means in whatever screen you are opening your putting this heading and paragraph, like suppose it is a computer screen, even if it is a mobile screen, it will take the complete width. That means if I am putting one heading and then in the next line I am putting another heading, they will come one after the another. They will take one line completely. Heading 2 will take another line completely. It is not that heading 1 will come here, and then heading 2 will come next to it. No. So they are block level elements. Similarly, paragraph. So this paragraph has taken complete width of the web page. And now if I'm putting another paragraph, it will always start with a new line. That means headings and paragraphs are block level elements which take the complete width of the web page. And any new heading, any new paragraph, they come and they start with a new line. So this is how you can use headings and paragraphs to structure your web page. Let's also see one example of how we can use this to structure, how we can use headings and paragraphs to structure our elements. Before we go this, let me tell you one more thing here. I wrote it like this, right? Did you notice? Here if you see, these are called as HTML comments. Comments means something which you write will not be read by the web page. So I have wrote this block level elements. It is not written here anywhere, right? So this is for our reference. Something if you want to write for your own reference, for your own understanding, then you use comments. Comments is not parsable. They are not readable by your browser. It is only for your reference. Now, to write comment inside HTML, you need to use this bracket like this, put exclamation mark to hyphen like this. If you type like this and anything in between you write is in a comment, it will be displayed on the screen. Okay, so this is about HTML comments. Now let's take one example and suppose I want to write my introduction or something, right? Any topic, any story you want to write. So suppose if I want to write my introduction and let me put the topic as my introduction. So I am putting it in a H1 tag. Now suppose in my introduction, I want to put my name. So let's say name like this. And suppose now inside this paragraph, I want to add my name. So let me add my name as Anshika Agarwal like this. Now again, if I move down, another heading can be H2 only because inside my introduction, I have some subheadings, which is let's say name. Another one is let's say roll number, right? So if I want to add my roll number, I can add it like this, right? So name, roll number, right? Another can be my let's say class. Okay, and suppose so class, and again it is a H2 tag, and inside my class, let's say I'm in 8th standard, right? Now suppose here I want to specify the section also. So section comes inside class. So I can put it in a H3 heading, little bit a small heading to specify the section. So I can say section, and let's say I'm mentioning my section as A, right? Again, you can go with the H2 heading and you can specify hobby, let's say. And maybe I can say my hobby is teaching, right? So this is how I can use these tags according to my content on the page. Let's see. So if you see this below, right, it is saying my introduction, which is the main heading. Then my name, which is the H2 tag, which looks little bit smaller than H1 tag. Then this is my content, my name. Then roll number, class. These are our H2 heading. Then this section is little bit small because I wanted to put it inside it. And then it is a hobby again in H2 heading. So we will be doing styling of these pages also later when we study CSS. But just understand the meanings behind these, right? Where you should use H1 tag, where you should use H2 tag, and at what levels you should be using these tags. So these are the heading elements which HTML provides us. Heading elements, 6 levels of heading, and paragraph element. And always there is a one line break between each paragraph, and these heading elements and these paragraph elements, they are all block level elements. That's all for this video. We will be discussing more about these HTML tags in the coming video. See you soon. Bye-bye.